right, it's that time to say good morning to you, Grenada, Caribbean, Kupiti, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, the rest of the world. It's Good Morning Grenada for today. It's Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday, the 12th day of September. And of course, I'm Gordon Joseph. So happy to be in your company as usual. And I do hope that you had a great night. Yeah.
This is the day the Lord has made. So
let us rejoice. Let us rejoice. Hope you're doing fine. Yep.
Yeah, my pride.
Good morning to you, Michelle Bernard, Veronica, Sandy, Yulin. Oh, of course, Yulin is always here. Wendy Ann Maguire.
If I had another
Sharon Bartholomew, Mildred Smith and Shem is there with me. Good morning. Good morning. Right. I hope you all are doing fine. Yeah.
since for tomorrow, there is no guarantee.
All right. I'm apologizing for that late start this morning. We do had some technical issues.
Thank you for another day.
Cheryl Bailey. Morning blessings, Mr. Innocent. Have a fantastic day and all online. Okay.
Oh, Father,
Good, nice.
thank you for the sacrifice. Oh, merciful.
Thanks.
Oh, yes, I'm still alive.
Dr. Francis Martin, good morning to you. Good morning. Hope you're doing fine, right?
Oh, my child.
Nice. In case you're wondering the time, it's 18 minutes away from the hour of 7.
Yeah, my pride.
Today's actually Thursday. Yeah. Yes.
So much ups and downs. I know you got the powers to turn this thing around. Cause there is no miracle that my God can do. And yes, you are my savior, and I put my trust in you. Oh, Father, thank you for the breath I breathe. Oh, merciful Father.
Okay, someone says, good morning, Mr. Innocent. Every morning now I'm having problem getting K105. Is there a problem with the network?
Merciful Father,
I know.
yes, my soul is fed.
Had to talk to the technical team. And where exactly are you located? That would help, That would really help, telling us where you're located. Okay, all right. That's Nadisha. Good morning, Innocent. Today's Thursday, not Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Folks, tell you what, we forgo all the things that we normally do on the morning time, like the word of the day, because of the time of day.
Neither can I.
But I'm going to tell you quickly what's buzzing. Buzzing this morning, we have, let me see, Grenada's state of the agro-farming, fisheries, and associated sectors will be assessed with emphasis on the challenges faced before and after Hurricane Beryl. In the region, an explosion at Burger King in New Kingston, Jamaica, leaves 6 people injured. Internationally, UN revises down slightly the likelihood of La Nina, that weather phenomenon, in 2024. And in sports, the inaugural Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce intersector football competition set for the 21st. So it seems as though it has been revisited from the 16th. It was scheduled for the 16th, but it's now on the 21st. All right, folks, this is where we take that break. We've got to take that break. The news is up next.
Talk. Oh, merciful Father, but strive to walk.
It's the event you won't want to miss. GIDC Business Deals Day is happening on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Frequency Industrial Park playing field. Explore the latest products and service offerings from businesses within the industrial parks. Enjoy discounts on GIDC business support services and get fantastic deals on household items, building materials, accessories, condiments, and more, with exciting prizes up for grabs throughout the day. But that's not all. Dive into a mini health fair and career expo for valuable health education and employment opportunities, all while enjoying the sounds of Trio the Band and DJ Graphic Sounds. It will be a fun-filled day filled with eats. drinks, games, deals, and more. Mark your calendars and join the GIDC at Frequenty Industrial Park Plainfield on Saturday, October 12th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. See you there.
Get ready for non-stop cricket excitement as GBN brings you live coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League. Please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup. On Tuesday, September 10th through Friday, September 13th, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN television news will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Thursday, September 12, 2024. Coming up in the news, Grenada's state of agro-farming, fisheries and associated sectors to be assessed with emphasis on the challenges faced before and after Hurricane Beryl. In the region, an explosion at Burger King in New Kingston, Jamaica, leaves 6 people injured. Internationally, UN revises down slightly the likelihood of La Nina in 2024. And in sports, the inaugural Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce Intersector Football Competition set for the 21st. We've got the details to these and more after these messages.
Served Grenada for decades. We are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada and St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value. Advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Good morning, I'm Gordon Joseph with the details. Government engineers and local contractors are presently engaged in a one-week workshop intended to make them better equipped to rebuild following a disaster. The session is organized by the Ministry of National Security, Planning and Development Authority and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency. We have more in this report.
The workshop forms part of an early recovery capacity building initiative designed to rebuild resilient infrastructure through effective practices. The Planning and Development Authority will be tasked to monitor the projects to ensure compliance and implementation of the right methods. Nicole Gelilo is a member of the Planning and Development Authority Board.
The code is suitable for the design of all buildings to expedite the reconstruction after PDA may not necessarily be able to enforce its use for small, single-family domestic accommodation. However, homeowners are encouraged to use the OECS building guidelines published in 2018. These OECS building guidelines should be also listed in the regulation. This will assist homeowners in ensuring compliance when post-construction enforcement occurs. As a guide, during the reconstructive period, all new buildings and all buildings where there are repairs to damage of more than 25% of the pre-burial buildings should be subject to formal building control.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Colin McQuilkin, said the workshop is quite necessary at this time based on the revelation of a recently conducted needs assessment.
It is important to note that a rapid needs assessment was completed on the housing sector, and the findings from this report provided for the implementation of a targeted approach to addressing the deficiencies within the housing sector. This workshop is one such initiative that will hopefully address some identified deficiencies to facilitate rebuilding resilient structures.
Sidima's representative at the workshop is Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig. He noted that there must be changes in construction approaches to be able to build resiliently and minimize future impacts.
It's obvious that we are experiencing more storms with greater intensity in the Caribbean region. We do not have to look far to understand the level of destruction that comes with them. Therefore, it cannot be business as usual. And there must be changes in construction approaches to be able to build resiliently and minimize future impacts.
The workshop ends on Friday. Christina John, GBN News.
Thank you very much, Christina. Meanwhile, the current state of agro-farming, fisheries and associated sectors in Grenada will be assessed with emphasis on the challenges faced before and after Hurricane Beryl. A team from Europe is currently on visit to Grenada to conduct a systems assessment survey. We have more in this report.
The Grenada Embassy in Brussels, on a mission to the European Union, is preparing to launch their AmbiBrew program, Eco Parish 1.0 project, which aims to tackle access to affordable water and renewable energy, as well as innovative technological solutions on farms. This initiative aims to rally technical and financial resources to foster sustainable development and enhance resilience in the agro-farming and allied sectors throughout Grenada. Head of mission is Ralph Joseph, Ambassador Extraordinary to the Kingdom of Belgium.
Conceptualize this program, which is an integrated program. It is not only agriculture, it is health, it is energy, it is water. You will find out. In line with the Sustainable Development Goals, Kenny is going to talk about this. But Beryl has given us the opportunity to fast forward. Beryl devastated Carriacou and Petit Martinique. So we are going to do now a project from the program to attack Carriacou as quickly as we could. But the program itself is for Grenada, the whole of Grenada. Is to get from you. You are the experts, so that we can complete the project, so that we will get the funding. And you know the buzzwords: sustainability, renewable energy, circular economy, green, all these things. And
the project outlines the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 17. Ambassador Kennedy Roberts, who is responsible for the Sustainable Development Goals, cited this project as one way government is seeking to put programs in place for the future.
This project is an opportunity to bring a lot of these goals within the context of agriculture, water, fisheries, but it would be intersectoral. But the approach in designing the project should not be someone sitting in a conference room by themselves or in their office, put together some numbers and say, let's look for funding. The funding agencies want to see a process where the people who are going to benefit are involved as early as possible. So at this design stage of the project, we have been meeting with the farmers, meeting with you today, to really hear from you. And as we record what we're doing, as we hear from you and we document it in the project proposal, it would strengthen the ability to get the funding.
And that's the local segment of news. Stay with us, the regional roundup together with the international developments and the sporting highlights and the weather there straight ahead. 3 minutes on to 7 o'clock. We now join the Caribbean News Desk for this morning's edition of the Regional Roundup.
From the Caribbean News Desk, the morning edition. Good morning. I'm Dennis Chabrol.
And I'm Kendall Morgan with the latest from across the Caribbean.
St. Lucia's opposition United Workers Party is objecting to the borrowing of 20 million Eastern Caribbean dollars, that's about $7.4 million US dollars, from the Social Security Organization, the National Insurance Corporation. With a government guarantee, the National Insurance Corporation will lend the money to the St. Lucia Development Bank for housing development, education, agriculture, and small business development. Leader of government business in the Senate, Guimior Ferdinand, said the National Insurance Corporation has sufficient money to lend because more people are employed and are paying Social Security.
Because of the 3 years of consecutive economic growth, that we are now able to see that redound into better employment opportunities and more financial power by the NIC to be able to now provide financing for the SLDB to give that assistance.
However, opposition United Workers Party Senator Herod Stanislaw says the government is saddling the Treasury with a higher debt. Instead of the St. Lucia Development Bank borrowing, he says the money could have come from the sale of 37 passports at $200,000 US dollars each.
If the government had prudently managed the proceeds from the sale of our passports through the CIP program, it could have easily funded this initiative without having to guarantee a $20 million loan, Madam President.
Trinidad and Tobago has restated its position that it would not be sending troops to violence-plagued Haiti. Foreign Minister Dr. Amory Brown was responding to a recommendation from Independent Senator Anthony Vera that Trinidad and Tobago should be at the forefront of efforts to restore security in Haiti, where violent gangs continue to control areas in and around the capital, Port-au-Prince.
Tobago has not committed any troops. We are not in a circumstance that would allow us to send troops overseas to Haiti, given the domestic realities here. We have been in support to the overall process underway in Haiti. We are not in a position to put boots on the ground in that country at this time.
Jamaica yesterday announced that it was sending an initial contingent of 24 military and police personnel to Haiti. They would join a multinational security mission being led by Kenya with financial and logistical support from several countries, including the US and Canada. Belize, Barbados, the Bahamas, and Suriname have also signaled their intention to contribute troops to the security mission.
Vincentian Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves says he has written to the British government to request the release of some of the hundreds of Vincentians in the British military to assist with post-Hurricane Beryl reconstruction. He complained in radio yesterday that the recovery effort is being hampered by a skills shortage.
I write the British government, I want persons from the Army and Navy, some of our men and women who have skills in the construction sector, along with some of their British counterparts. Could I get you for 6 months? Can you give them leave? I haven't heard from the British government yet. I'm still working through that.
Meanwhile, Jamaica, where thousands were affected by Hurricane Beryl, has announced the establishment of a disaster risk management review committee to ensure the country is adequately prepared for all types of future disasters. Prime Minister Andrew Holness.
The impact of Hurricane Beryl is a call to action. Hurricanes such as Beryl gives us a stark reminder of the importance of preparedness. And so the Cabinet has decided to empanel this committee to actually do that work, practical, technical work, to advise the government as to how do we close the gaps.
The Director General of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, Dr. Didicus Jules, says there must be ongoing reform in the education sector. He told the opening of the OECS meeting of Ministers of Health, Human and Social Development and Education being held in St. Kitts that this concern comes against the backdrop of recent academic performances.
In education, we have the immense power to shape futures. But the reality is that our current systems face challenges: outdated curricula, insufficient resources, tremendous hidden wastage, and I'm sure you've seen all of the debates happening online from results of exams this year. Tremendous wastage.
This has been the morning edition from the Caribbean News Desk. You may contact us by phone or WhatsApp on +592 700 9293. Thanks for listening.
And looking further afield, the United Nations on Wednesday said the probability of the cooling La Nina weather phenomenon appearing this year had decreased slightly since June. The UN's World Meteorological Organization, that's the WMO, said in its latest update there is now a 55% chance of La Nina conditions emerging between September and November, and a 60% chance between October and next February. In its previous update on the phenomenon published in June, WMO had estimated the likelihood of La Nina taking hold at 60% between July and September and at 70% between August and November. It had at the time voiced hope the return of La Nina would help lower temperatures somewhat after months of global heat records, fueled in part by La Nina's opposite number, the warming El Nino weather pattern, which gripped the planet for a year from June 2023. La Nina refers to a naturally occurring climate phenomenon that cools the ocean surface temperatures in large swathes of the tropical Pacific Ocean, coupled with winds, rains, and changes in atmospheric pressure. Inflation in the U.S. continued to cool last month. Official figures showed raising confidence that the U.S. Central Bank will cut interest rates next week. Consumer prices rose 2.5% over the 12 months to August, as prices for petrol, used cars and trucks, and some other items fell. That marked the slowest pace since February 2021 and was down from 2.9% in July, despite an unexpected rise in housing costs. The Labor Department figures come during a presidential campaign in which rising living costs have been a key issue. And that concludes the regional roundup and international developments. Stay with us. The sporting highlights are straight ahead. Good morning, sporting fans. The countdown is on for the hosting of the inaugural Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce Intersector Football Competition. Initially set for this Monday, the tournament has been rescheduled to the 21st, with matches set for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. 16 teams have already registered for the tournament. The tournament will be played in a round-robin fashion. The executive director, Petifa Lewis, says the competition is designed not only to enhance sportsmanship, but also to foster stronger relationships between employers and employees and to promote camaraderie among various businesses in Grenada. We have more in this report.
Whether you're a seasoned footballer or just looking to support your team, this competition promises to be an exciting experience for everyone involved. We encourage all interested teams to register by this Friday, 6th of September, to ensure your spot. Or for more information, please contact the Chamber on 440-2937. That's 440-2937.
And five-time Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo has backed Kylian Mbappe to win the award this year, tipping Erling Haaland and Jude Bellingham and Lamine Yamal to provide his competition. Al Nassr forward Ronaldo now likes his great rival Lionel Messi. They both was left off from the 30-man shortlist for the 2024 edition of the world football's most prestigious individual honor. It is the first time since 2003 that neither man has featured among the nominees, having shared the prize among them exclusively from Ronaldo's first triumph in 2008 to his last in 2017. With the first-time winner guaranteed, Ronaldo has provided his backing to Mbappe, who finished third in the voting last year behind Messi and Haaland. Mbappe scored 44 goals and provided 10 assists in all competitions throughout his final season with Paris Saint-Germain in 2023-2024 before completing his long-awaited move to Real Madrid. Ronaldo, Madrid's all-time leading scorer with 450 goals for Los Blancos, believes everything at the Santiago Bernabeu is set to make Mbappe's tenure a success. That's the sports. Stay with us. The weather forecast is up next. All right, we were experiencing some technical issues here, so we are unable to connect with the Met Office at the moment. But nonetheless, here's the printed weather forecast. The weather is expected partly cloudy, becoming cloudy at times with light to moderate showers and a low chance of isolated thunder. Today's maximum temperature would be 32.0 degrees Celsius. The winds will be easterly to southeasterly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves 2 to 4 feet in open waters. Tides will be high at 11:30 a.m. and low at 2:30 p.m. Today's sunset will be at 6:09 p.m. Tomorrow's sunrise at 5:56 a.m. And from the Met Office, that has been the weather report, reminding you that it came to you with the kind compliments of Rennick & Thompson Company Limited. 12 minutes after 7 o'clock to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Grenada State of Agro Farming, Fisheries and associated sectors to be assessed with emphasis on the challenges faced before and after Hurricane Beryl. In the region, an explosion at Burger King in New Kingston, Jamaica, leaves 6 injured. Internationally, UN revises down slightly likelihood of La Nina in 2024. And in sports, the inaugural Grenada Chamber of Industry and Commerce Intersector Football Competition set for the 21st, a revised date. That has been the morning edition of news for today, Thursday, September 12, 2024. On behalf of the entire news department, I'm Gordon Joseph, thanking you for listening, wishing you a productive day, and extending the invitation to you to stick and stay with the network, because we are with you anywhere and everywhere.
Residents of St. Patrick, are you ready to take action in the fight against climate change? The Ministry of Climate Resilience, the Environment and Renewable Energy, in collaboration with the NAP Global Network and the G-Cruise Project, presents Everyone in Action for Climate Change Adaptation, a series of community meetings on climate change adaptation and resilience. You are invited to come out to the St. Patrick Anglican Primary School on Wednesday, 18th September, starting at 5 p.m. with an exhibition and from 6 p.m. with the official start of the meeting. Transportation will be provided. Let's hear about the changes in your environment and the methods you use to adapt. Let's talk climate change. Let's talk adaptation. Let's talk resilience. See you there.
Are you looking for a reliable, affordable, and customer-friendly pharmacy? Look no further than Hills and Valley Pharmacy, the nation's leading healthcare products and services provider. We are committed to serving you at convenient locations. Find an extensive and affordable selection of prescription and over-the-counter drugs and medical supplies at Church Street, Hillsborough, Carriacou, Jubilee Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, near the bus terminal, and Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George. Our committed team is always available to offer valuable assistance for managing your health and wellness. Discover the additional benefits of our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street and our Medcare Center on Grenville Street, where we provide in-house physiotherapy, massage therapy, doctor consultations, and eye care services. Our commitment is to satisfy all your healthcare needs, including competitive prices, loyalty rewards, and special discounts for seniors. Contact us at 435-6904 and WhatsApp 535-4734. Choose Hills and Valley Pharmacy. Remember, your health is our business.
As
as we get ready to give thanks the long Thanksgiving weekend. Legends Promotions presents the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Grenada Trade Center at 7:30 p.m. Featuring the 1980 Calypso Monarch Survivor. Together with Stubbles. 10 times Calypso Monarch Scholar. Alongside Luther, Tobago Kuso, and 7 times Soca and 10 times Road March King. Super Blue. Super Blue. Tickets cost $16 and are available at all Gittins Healthcare Pharmacies, Wall Street, Grenville, and Guelph, Springs Shopping Center, St. David's Pharmacy, Clear Vision Eye Care Center, on the Carinage, and Gittins Pharmacy, St. George's. It's the 18th annual Hubbard's Legends in Concert, Saturday, October 26th, Thanksgiving weekend, Grenada Trade Center, 7:30 p.m. You can't afford to miss this one.
The Grenada Motor Club will be hosting its second and final international drag racing event for 2024 at Pearls International Speedway on September 28th and 29th. Expect the fastest set of drag cars and bikes the Caribbean has to offer. September 27th, meet and greet at Lavo Lanes. September 28th, test and tune bracket race qualifiers. And after drags, chill out at Sizzle Bar and Lounge. September 29th, drag race finals at Pearls International Speedway. There will be a special guest appearance by one of the Caribbean's top drag racers and a special drift performance by one of the Caribbean's top drifter. Mark the dates, September 28th and 29th at Pearls International Speedway is the place to be. You don't want to miss this one.
Good morning and welcome to the conversation for this morning. It's 17 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. And good morning for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you on board with us. If you're a first-time, member of the audience, it's a pleasure to have you. Yesterday, I started a conversation, and my goodness, I did not believe the kind of response. I went up to the hospital subsequently, and Grenadians are really into the politics, really. Grenadians are into, well, not just the politics, not partisan politics per se, all right, but into the affairs of what's, of the country. Grenadians are really, really into it. I've gotten to realize that Grenadians are passionate about the affairs of Grenada, and that's a good thing, a really, really good thing. Where it gets a little sour is when we're over partisan, you're too fanatical about the party that you support. Your political proclivity should not be so dominant, but it's good to support a party, but it's also good to be for Grenada. This morning, I'm going to give you the opportunity to, share anything that's happening in your community. Again, we heard of another homicide yesterday. This is just not pleasant. It's not good. We're not used to. Should I say that? It's becoming a bother, really. I understand that something rather unpleasant occurred in St. Mark, and Victoria to be precise. I do hope the families are coping and are coping well. I know that the support mechanism will kick in and it'll be fine. So this morning I give you the opportunity to share what's on your mind. Let's go to the telephone line right away and say good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Morning. I just have a little concern.
Okay, hold on. Before you share the concern, you need to turn down the radio or the television in the background.
Okay, I turn it on.
Lovely.
You hear me properly now?
Yes.
Okay, just a little concern I have. I call in on traffic department. The homes and close to the schools. I was traveling up to Sotes on Tuesday, and right by Tivoli RC School, the homes there, it is really, 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 really bad, and they need to paint it, because if you is not accustomed to that road there, trust me, you would run over, because you cannot see the hump, because the asphalt and everything, same color, everything, the road is. So I'm calling on traffic department. I guess as much as them that paint the humps and things. I see they are painting over a lot of them, but this one in particular, I would like for them to give it urgent attention, because, over the years it had accident there where school children got bounced, killed and everything. So please, traffic department, as much as all are doing all the best, but try and repaint that hump, because it's very dangerous for the children and the pedestrians and drivers also. So, Mr. Joseph, have yourself a blessed and wonderful day.
You too, my dear. Have a good one.
Thank you so very much.
All right. Thank you very much, caller. Marcus Williams, good morning. How are you doing? I never said that it's not good to support, the party. What I'm saying is, when you're too fanatical about it, that's when, even if they do something that is wrong, you think that you give them right. That's what I'm talking about. Hillary J. Harris, good morning to you. Sherman Dabo John, good morning. How are you doing, my dear? Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. James. Get your name wrong. We know who you're talking to. Innocent.
Hi.
Kennedy Roberts talking. I haven't heard from him recently. He was talking about universal health and medicine. Most people in Grenada really need this citizen.
Universal health.
Right. We haven't heard from him lately. And medicine. They're charging again for medicine. They need to fix the problem where people taking the medicine and the poor and vulnerable need this. Okay? And then another thing, Mr. John Rollo, he need to get someone like petition the Senate, the cabinet, to change so that things can happen at a faster time. Oh, and you read the news about the herbs, medicine that you made a comment. That's what we should be making the money on, the economics of the medicine and the industrial on herbs. Nowadays, Simpson took off with it. He made a comment on that. That's still on the desk of the minister. That needs to be taken care of sooner than later. These things could maybe with the signing a petition of the whole company or the whole country signing a petition to the government to change the laws faster, what Rollo was talking about, that'd be a good idea. Have a good day.
Okay, you too, man. Have a good one yourself. 435-2041, that's the number. It's 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. And I was corrected, Waltham to be precise, not Victoria, but in the parish of St. Mark. That's where the homicide occurred yesterday. So again, there is a concern with the pedestrian crossing, the speed bumps. All right, the relevant. But again, I would like to see this community spirit kicking in again, where the community can just go and paint these things. Maybe the member of parliament or the parliamentary representative for that area can provide the paint and the community just go and paint. That would be lovely. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Thanks. Morning to your listeners as well. 105, I don't know. You have to stop giving excuses about technical difficulties. It's becoming obnoxious now in terms of our coverage of 105 in parish of, well, I think it's St. Andrews as well. You all need to really do something about that.
Okay.
Trust me.
All right.
I want to address something though. When I was growing up, it has been on for the past 2 days. When I was growing up, my era of growing, the men was not present within the homes. In other words, their role as fathers was somewhat abstract. So a lot of them came and visit, and it was not. They didn't have that connection, I would say, with their children. All right, they come and give something. Some of them, even if they were living at home, the relationship that they had with their children was not, substantial. They didn't go anywhere with them. They didn't engage them. All of the work was for the mothers. I have to say, though, as we grew, as the years gone by, that has changed. It has improved. And a lot of fathers, and I will be very happy when I see young men in particular lifting up their children, taking them to school and all of that. My first set of children, I was a parent that was always engaged in the PTAs. So in every PTA meeting, I would have been there. When I was really tied up, the mother would have gone to the meeting. So mostly all of them I go to. So I'm just saying all of that to say there have been some improvements, and we have to stop beating up on some of them. I would say, however, a lot of them are not living up to the expectations of being a father. They still have that connotation where they are a sperm donor.
Wow.
And they are not doing, seriously, where they are not doing what they're supposed to do as a father. It is not, and they're not contributing at all. So I believe if the government take a policy measure in making it mandatory that if you have a child, you have to pay for that child. Wherever you work, whether it's in construction, you have to pay for that child, right? It will take out a lot of the burden on the state as it relates to social funding for children. Fathers are responsible. You have to pay for your child. And I think the government could put a policy in place, a law in place, where if you don't want to pay directly, then it is deducted from your salary. Full stop. So the mother of that child don't have to go before that court. Save and except it is maybe you are self-employed.
But caller, I just want to extend that because that.
Sorry, my son is there in the background. Sorry, go ahead.
Good. Yeah, I just want to extend the conversation a bit. Why? What are some of the reasons you think that a man would have a child and turn his back away? Why?
There are a lot of reasons. One of them, they are unsure. Some of them, the women. Some women could drive some men crazy, and they just run away from that mother with that child and don't look back. And that is a serious statement. I make no apologies for it. But I say though, in to counter that, if you know you've been with a woman and there is some possibility that child is yours, you need to look after it regardless. Even if it means you go to the court and take that child away from that mother so you can be able to do what you're supposed to do. There is no valid reason why a man should not look after his child. And I know some women could drive you crazy. I've had the experience with, men telling me with the experiences with women. It is terrible, innocent. But it is not about the woman. It is about the child.
Yeah. I personally, I have made an oath that even if my children reach 100 years and I reach 150, they are still my children.
Well, one of my daughters said to me, "Daddy, you'll always be my father, so I have to come to you."
Of course.
So in that vein, so I want to admonish some of the men out there. I think something what the government can do too. Well, I don't know if in collaboration with a company. A lot of men are not sure that the child that they have is belonging to them, and the cost of taking a paternity test is expensive. I don't know if they can make some collaboration where to get a DNA test in America, you pay for a kit, man assigned about $50. I don't know if they can make some kind of collaboration where you can have this thing available to the men in Grenada, but the people in Grenada. So if you have a doubt, it wouldn't be that expensive to go and ascertain whether that child is belonging to you or not, and then you can start doing what you're supposed to do as a father.
Okay.
But there is no reasonable justification that you just absent yourself from the child's life. And some of them later on want to say, that's my child.
That's my big boy. You see her? She's a doctor, you know. That's my daughter.
Yeah, when they are saying whatever they are saying. I really would like to see. But the beating up of some of them, a lot of men are doing, and some of them are going beyond. Going beyond.
I must confess, I've been seeing quite a number of young men raising their babies, carrying them to daycare and everything like that in recent times. So that's a good sign.
Yeah, it is. So we have to encourage that.
Yes.
But at the same time, there are some of them that really have to step up.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, caller.
Take care, man.
Good, bye-bye. Yeah, have a good one. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent. I'm here this morning.
I am alive and thankful. How are you?
I'm still alive and thankful. The topic this morning is very hot, very important one. There's a lot of things that causes problems between families or fathers and mothers. Sometimes we men does not keep ourselves quiet. And here's the reason why we don't know who the child belongs to. Because we want to be with Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Hold on. Women or men?
Listen to me. Men want to be Tom, Dick, and Harry. Listen to what seems carefully.
That is some idea.
So then the women will maybe take a chance when you have Tom, Dick, and Harry and you're supporting the home properly, and somebody helping out, you know the person want to help by yourself, and they will take a chance. And probably when they take a chance, it's become difficult. So sometimes we bring the problems on ourselves because we don't stay where we should stay. If we stay where we should stay and support the home properly, because our father is one who take care of his home properly. Not a man with a child. A man with a child, not a father. He just drop a storm and he gone. A father will take care of his home properly. He'll be there 24/7 for that child or children. But in the meantime, you're not home with children and you're gone liming, sitting, drinking, and when you come home, you're not home children. She have to find it. And she might find him at the wrong place. And find by the wrong place, something happened. She get into bed with the person and she get pregnant. So now you wondering if the child is yours. You shouldn't be wondering that because you create the problem. You create the monster. You understand? Yeah. And there are some women too, they do the same thing. And they put the problem on the man. So it's a societal problem. Okay. And it's things from home. When I grew up, my mother always tell me, don't try for that young lady's heart. It's one of the worst thing out. And if people train the children married before any other relationship, have a wife, make her have a house, have a piece of land. That is your motive and your aim to have a house, have a piece of land, and you have a wife. You have no girlfriend, a wife. Okay. Right? So before you get into bed, you first study to get yourself organized and give the woman security. Security is the most important thing.
That sounds so real good. That sounds real good. But you think that is practical in today's world?
Well, you have to try.
To be honest with you, it's sounding good. But I mean, look at the world in which we live now. Who would listen to you telling them, as a young lady or a young man, make sure the first person that you with, you're married to them? That's something, right?
No, listen. You know how there's a stage in life where you call you're generalizing.
Okay.
Generalizing, and then you come to specify. When you generalize between the women, that you come up with you must see the one that is as wife material, and so the women they generalize, and they must see a man which is a husband material.
Right.
And when you do these things, you don't just pick up a man just married and just because you see she have good curves and things like that. So that could be a trap. But you have to code one for a month or years, specialize other people. You're not going to bed, you date, you go on parties, you go places, and you're observing things, and then you say, okay, see 6 of them, but this one here has a wife material. This is one you go specialize in.
Okay.
So you go drop it because this is the one that has the material that has a wife, and she wouldn't run about because you see she you know this it. And so the women, she see that man is a man is a husband material, so she could always be with him, and they'll have no problem. But when you hear one to run with eyes big and long, and we not take it. And when the children come, we see in trouble with the children and saying it's not 9, it's not 2-1.
Okay.
And the fact about it was not there, your name would have gone.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Let's entertain one of our WhatsApp contributors. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, sir. Are you hearing me clearly?
I am hearing you. To say clearly, I am not sure, but I'm hearing you.
I didn't hear what you say.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go right ahead, please.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the internet looks like it's slow this morning. But today, I just wanted to briefly address an issue that's been on my mind lately.
Okay, Go right ahead.
Because talented young businesswoman has been the attack of vicious online bullying, and this morning, I just want to publicly support her in all her ventures and encourage her to uplift her spirit and uplift every one of us as Grenadians. We should build each other up rather than tear each other down, because bullying and this sort of behavior in any shape or form is completely unacceptable. As they say, who knows what I'm talking about, makes sense out of nonsense. Thank you so very much. To have a blessed day.
You too, caller. Have a great one yourself. All right, let's take this final call before we head to a commercial break. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning. For a while now, I am wondering if the Ministry of Works is aware of how the road is being repaired. If anybody should notice that when the road has to be repaired, the road is going above the sidewalk. A sidewalk is built for us to walk on, but every time they repair the road, it's getting higher than the sidewalk. I mean, I'm not experienced, but I think they should be digging back down to the foundation and rebuilding the road instead of just putting tar on top of tar. If you look at Grenada, in some areas, the sidewalk is now level with the road. And if that road has to be repaired again, the road will rise above the sidewalk. A good example is Archibald Avenue. There used to be a sidewalk in Archibald Avenue on the left-hand side if you're walking like towards the lane. There's no sidewalk there again because they continued fixing the road, and every time it's going above the sidewalk. So the question is, what is the purpose of the sidewalk? So it doesn't seem, and this has been happening over a lot of years, so it doesn't seem as if anybody in the Ministry of Works is paying attention to that or even looking at that.
Okay.
And one more thing I want to mention is that nobody also seems to be paying attention to Willis Road. Willis Road is in really bad condition, and probably when a vehicle falls over the side, as we in Grenadians, sometimes in Grenada we only react when something happens, then they would pay attention to it, but Willis Road is in a really bad shape.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Folks, it's 21 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Spend $50 or more at any Hubbard's department or participating outlets for a chance to win free fuel, free drinks, free prizes, free property and vehicle insurance, free Hub TV and internet, free electricity, free coke, free water, free cooking gas, free paint supplies, free Dutch Lady milk, free passes to Sunshine promotion events for 2024, free groceries, all for one whole year. And every winner receives a free lunch package. But that's not all. Drive away in style in a brand new Isuzu D-Max. It sips, it doesn't guzzle. So fill out your entries and place them into the marked entry boxes. This promotion is brought to you in part by Dutch Lady, Danny, Promo, Supreme Bleach, Creative Chef, Grenlac, Floor, Salt Petroleum, Grenadian General Insurance Company Limited, Coca-Cola, Sunshine Promotion, Caribberies, Coop Bag, Sesame Spain, and Food Fear. Promotion runs from April 2nd to December 24. Terms and conditions apply.
Get ready for non-stop cricket excitement as GBN brings you live coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League. Please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup. On Tuesday, September 10th through Friday, September 13th, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN television news will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath.
Eighteen minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Yes, good morning, Innocent. I just want to chime in on two little points. The system, I'm not a technician, yes, but I've been around long enough to know the AM system is a more durable system, but that's no more. The FM system is kind of fragile, yeah, in terms of radio, right? So you find not only you had problems this morning, another station had technical issues too. So, but we have to live with it because what I learned is that the AM system is, while it's very durable, it's an expensive outfit to upkeep. Okay?
Right.
Maybe a technician can give you a little more, but some of us in the older people are so used to the AM system that we feel that anytime we turn on the radio, it should be there. But now is the FM, and the FM a little more fragile. All right? Coming down to parents, especially fathers, taking up their responsibility. Well, in the past, our parents used to tell us, children, behave yourself, you will make the police take me. Right. And it is true, because the police used to come and arrest the parents. That I'm saying, they're making them accountable. Right? So now, Trinidad is seeing the lapse. What has happened now and what is happening, two little 8-year-old children and a 18-year-old go and stick up somebody. I mean, 8-year-old children.
8 and 10.
What I mean? Huh?
8 and 10.
Right. So now they are saying that they are seeing enough in the legislation that they can arrest the parents. And they should. Once this system starts making parents responsible, the parents will start taking parenting seriously. Once this system start making them responsible. But if there is nothing to force you to do it, that is a joke. Making a child is a joke. Walking out on a child is a joke. You don't have to be living with the child, but that's your child. You are responsible for the child. And then again, innocent. And children, are wards of the state until a certain age.
Yeah.
So then, the state really must come up to make sure that they are well cared for and taken care of. Yeah? Put things in place. I ask police in a program why parents are not being arrested for children here in Grenada anymore, and he said, according to how the laws are written. Well then, laws can change. We have seen that. We're following Parliament, and we're seeing that when it becomes necessary, bills are passed and so, yeah?
Yeah, you have to change it.
Yes, okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Nice. Okay, let's go to our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr.
How are you?
I'm just quiet and okay for the time.
All right.
Before I get to the main point, I just want to touch on a little what the lady now mentioned about training children. There is a blueprint, an established fact. The Bible says, train up a child in the way that he, well, if we say she should go, and when he's of age,
he wouldn't depart.
Children, parents, teach your children, you say in the morning when they get up, put it on their hand as such that they will remember the law of God. You don't expect children to be good behavior when you live out, teaching them the basic, how to pray, the good manners and training. Parents running busy, the economic time, they want to earn something, that sometimes they leave the children in bed and they rush out to work. They put on the TV, the child see everything, and the TV sometimes does not train children. You want children, you have children, you got to make time, spend time with your children. Don't sacrifice yourself behind the economic dollar at the expense of the children. So let's get back to the basic.
Right.
However, what I want to touch on this morning, Mr. Joseph, the Minister of Social Development and things, so Ms. Gloria Thomas, had said that this month has been declared as the month of dementia, Alzheimer's, whatever it is. This month, you ask, what happened to the status of people and the behavior in our society? And sometimes we see people behave in a manner and we think that maybe it's okay. Many people sometimes are only sign of dementia, Alzheimer's, and things of that, so they behave that in a manner which they shouldn't. I have heard, I have learned, I have listened that aluminum, when it gets hit, it expands, and when it gets to the brain, it can affect the brain. Look around today. A lot of pots that people are cooking in, it's made from aluminum.
Yeah.
When this pot gets heat, it expands, the aluminum gets soft. Then they take a metal spoon and they stir in the pot. You know what is happening there? Tiny particles of the aluminum residue is getting into the food. Long time, when people used to stir pot, they did it with a wood spoon. I always hear you say you grew up with your grandmother. So you must see a wood spoon.
Of course. And that is what I have in my house up to now.
Right. They stir the pot with the wood spoon because the wood spoon cannot, when the aluminum gets heat, it cannot remove tiny particles from the aluminum. And a lot of things we eat and it is made out of aluminum. People scrubbing pot, getting it clean, long time. I can't remember the name. It's a long greenish thing, fibery thing what used to grow on a vine. I can't get the name exactly. But they used to use that to scrub the pot. What you find today? You have metal things for scrubbing pot. And when this metal rub against the metal and you scrub your pot, what you think is happening there?
Yeah.
Right. It's something like a squash. They used to go go, you get it in the bush on a vine. And
you know what? We used to, as children, we used to call it zingy.
Right, exactly. And they scrub the pot. Metal scrubbing metal. So when metal rub against metal, you remove tiny particles of metal. It gets into the food, you eat it. People have strainer, metal strainer. The long time people used to get a clean piece of cloth out of cotton or whatever, and they use that as their strainer. We may find these aged people and them was doing things in a manner, but they had their reason. Today, all different things affecting the brain, and then people behaving in outrageous manner, highly seasoned food, all different things. And then,
so let me ask you this. You are crediting people's bad behavior and bad decisions and choices because of the things and the way they eat and prepare their food, right?
Of course, the way they eat highly seasoned food, the metallic aluminum pot, they cooking in and storing it with another metal material, not the board spoon. When that gets in the brain, they can't think properly. They outrageous. The minister talk about the million of people that will suffer from Alzheimer's in time to come, and they will not pay to those things. So some people, you see, they walk in, they get in a manner, dementia stepping in. They have Alzheimer's. Okay. So we have to be very careful.
Okay, caller. Have a good one. It's 10 minutes on to, 9 minutes actually on to 8 o'clock. Good morning, caller. Oh, we lost that call. Yeah, I'm so happy that we're having this conversation this morning. A lot of things are coming to the fore. Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for taking my call.
Well, that's what I'm paid to do that, you know.
So what's going on?
Not a thing.
Another thing, man. Now we have a problem. A lot of things that we do, we blame fathers. A lot of people blame fathers. But not only the fathers to be blamed. The people in authority bring that to the children, and what they tell you, the rights of the child, and what is the rights of the parents. When you speak to the child, you abuse the child. When you beat the child, you ill-treat the child. When you think to the child, oh, you don't like the child. And then in the end of it, the rights of the child, where's the rights of the parents? The parents can't correct children no more. So what are them little children doing? Look at them little children, what they doing, right? And they want you to know as the parents to get in. So you don't see they want the children to kill the parents.
Okay. Okay.
Take care.
Have a good one. All right, let's take our final commercial break in the segment, and we'll be back after this. Don't you go anywhere.
Get ready for non-stop cricket excitement as GBN brings you live coverage of this year's Republic Bank Caribbean Premier League. Please note there will be some adjustments to our regular programming lineup. On Tuesday, September 10th through Friday, September 13th, transitions will be at 5:05 p.m. GBN television news will air at 6 p.m., followed by a repeat right after the CPL match. And don't miss the rebroadcast of transitions after the news repeat. GBN with you anywhere and everywhere with the best in sports coverage. Stay tuned and stay informed with GBN.
GBN Television News at 7, a pulse on all things Grenadian. Look out for our new features through expanded synergies with our media partners in Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, Trinidad, and beyond. Capturing the latest in news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Credible, informative. Thank you for making us number one. News at 7, live, Monday to Friday on GBN Television, Channel 7 and 11. K105.5 and 105.9, Hot 98.5 and 98.7, GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel, and www.gbn.gd. GBN, with you anywhere and everywhere.
can't wait to see my granddaughter.
This guy was driving way over the speed limit. Look at the damage. This guy was going a lot over the speed limit. Look at the damage. This guy was going a little over the speed limit. Look at the damage.
Welcome back to the conversation. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hi.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving.
Congratulations.
Thanks, bro.
Since you won the Calypso Mona competition, I've been trying to call you to offer congratulations. I even calling you on your mobile.
On my smell phone?
Yeah, man.
Now that hasn't been working. But listen now, we have to link up.
If you say so, that's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, no, we have to. Yeah,
you're a very promising fella. if you was in the Old Testament, you'd have give Moses competition and reaching the promised land.
Anyway, yes, come with it.
Yes. Do you know one lot of funny lady named, my boy? Miss Augustine. Wait. She was the first black woman parliamentarian in Toronto, in Canada.
Oh, yeah.
You heard about her?
Yeah, she's Grenadian, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
And yesterday, they named, I think, a street in Brampton, Canada. They named Brampton the day, September the 10th?
Yesterday was the 11th.
Yesterday was the 11th.
Yeah.
Anyway, they honor her by declaring a day for her in Canada, either the 10th or the 11th.
Wow.
Right? She was the first black woman parliamentarian.
In Canada, yeah.
In Canada?
Yeah.
Actually, she's 87 years old. She was 87 a couple of years ago. She had a very good relationship with the previous administration, with Dr. Mitchell. I have a feeling she came from Happy Hill area, you know. I have a feeling so.
There is a school of thought that she also has some roots in Vincennes.
Yeah, well, I'm too sure where she's from. Talking about school, there is also a school named after her in Brampton.
Pele, have you been to Brampton? Brampton is one nice little town.
Yes, I've been to Brampton
one
for my
nice little town.
I've been there for my daughter's wedding in 2012.
Okay.
Yeah, after I came from the Olympics.
Right.
Right, but anyway, as a matter of fact,
her first name is Jean.
Jean Augustine, right?
Yes.
She gave my daughter a scholarship when my daughter was attending the University of Toronto. So, I just want to bring that out, put on record. Some of the information I'm talking about here came from, I think, Jude Bernard, a posting I saw in a chat group that we have. Jude Bernard. So I'd like to say thank you very much, Jude, if it's you that did the posting. And I'd like to extend our gratitude to Miss Jean Augustine. That's from the Darbo family. Because in the early days of Darcel studying at the University of Toronto, she gave her a scholarship.
Right.
I would like to really put that on record.
Okay.
Right. Now, I don't know how much time I have. I see people. Oh, by the way, when you're growing up, your father ever tell you go and plumb the station? He's scratching?
Yeah, go and plumb the station, yes.
Yeah, right. Well, I having a problem with watching you on his flow. I don't know if it's a problem with flow or if it's a problem with your station. I really don't think it's my device. The problem is it keeps scratching, particularly when your clients call, your customers call. When the calls, you're coming over pretty clear, but incoming calls seem to be doing that. So maybe that is something they could look at.
Okay.
That is something they could look at.
I'll have Mike and the team look into it for me.
Right. And actually, I see people naming you as a constitutional monarch. They're calling you king. Right? I don't know why they call, because a man tell me, agree with me, like he say, boy, the man is a king, he win, he's a king. Mr. Keeler saying, he tell me how he hear Mr. Keeler saying in an interview in Trinidad that he was the Soca Monarch king and the government didn't treat him good.
Wow.
So I asked him, I said, why he's a king? Well, he's a man, you want to call him queen? I said, okay, well, why don't you call him a sultan or a sheikh or an emir? Because they are all male monarchs under constitutionally.
Yeah.
But the problem is, Calypso monarch came around, well, not the problem, I think in 1978, when Calypso Rose won the Calypso King competition in Dimash in Trinidad.
As a woman.
Yeah, so how you could say, the winner of the Calypso King competition is Calypso Rose? So there and then, they changed the name of the competition to a monarch.
Right.
To make it gender specific.
Right, yeah.
Right, so it shouldn't be gender specific, sorry.
Yeah.
So once you win, the title is the monarch.
Calypso monarch, okay.
Yeah, they could go and check it, 1978, when Calypso Rose beat them. Because in those days, Barman, Sparrow, and them fellas didn't expect a woman to come and win a crown.
Yeah.
Maybe they put a woman there for numbers.
You saw the video where Marshall went and looked for her in the geriatric home where she is?
Yes, I saw them. I saw he and Sparrow on stage. Oh God, think Calypso. One thing is Calypso.
Yeah.
Is one thing. While we're there, I don't know what time we have again, but I'd like to extend my congratulations to Black Adam. Oh Lord, blessings by.
What Black Adam do?
Blessings. That song is fantastic. But I noticed on YouTube, the song is listed as Trinidad Grenada Soca 2025. Black Alan, please tell them that is Grenada Soca 2024. Let them take it out. We have to promote it and be back for it.
You have to claim what is yours.
Yeah, man. And going across on the western side. Ivy, oh God! But them fellas are good Calypso, but they know how to treat it to be dash. To me, Ivy is my favorite groovy monarch song for the year.
Ivy.
I like Ivy, boy. Oh God, he cry out in a plaintive demeanor. Ivy, you could see the man hurting, Well, all Ivy does, she's just shaking the lala.
Before you go, tell our partner good morning.
Which one?
Where we used to hang out, Saudi.
Oh, but how Saudi doing, boy? I can't go up there. I don't drive and thing, and I'm lazy.
Okay.
I'm gluing myself to the television. Well, so much sports on TV now.
Right.
But good morning, Saudi. Good morning. I will pass and drink a thing with you one of these days.
Yeah, we had to do that.
But that's good. But generally, I like to, again, Black Adan and Terra. Oh, boy. By the way, Ivy getting big rotation in St. Vincent. They love that song. Well, even though it's one particular DJ. Okay. On Hot 97.1, he loved Ivy, bad. I heard it played in England, Notting Hill.
Okay.
I heard it in Notting Hill, and then I heard it in, well, I could hardly hear it in Labor Day. because the guys doing the live and doing the broadcast, you are not getting the quote-unquote, what I call it, street songs. You're not getting the DJ and thing. Individual people who do the DJ, but the guys doing the coverage, they need to up the game on that. Okay. So one more time, my monarch, congratulations.
Thank
and when anybody call you a king, tell them no.
It's the monarch. Yes, I'm the monarch.
Give you what is yours.
Yes.
Give you what is yours.
Okay.
You're a monarch.
Have
So
a good one.
when I go by Saturday, you can pass and pick me up.
Definitely. We'll touch base. We'll touch base.
You've been telling me that since before COVID. COVID gone, COVID coming back, and you're telling me the same thing.
Anyway, have a good day. Blessings to you and the family as always.
All right, bye.
Enough love. Oh my goodness. I really need to do this. All right, it's 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. We'll accommodate just a few more calls. Good morning.
Innocent, good morning.
Hi.
Good morning to the king himself. Good morning to the monarch. Good morning to his majesty. Okay. I could say what I want with due respect to you.
Of course.
Nobody dictates to me what to say from what not to say.
Of course.
I'm not disputing what is right or wrong, but the fact is that you are a king. You are the king, and that is it. They better put it in the pipe and smoke it. King. So good morning to king, monarch, majesty, his majesty, and I applaud you because what you did is more than a monarch and a king. You don't understand what you did. You dethroned 3 kings or 3 monarchs on the same night. That is unprecedented. And that is remarkable. Not only that, the one that you throw down or knock down, or let's put it this way, is a 10 times Calypso king or monarch, which is very powerful. So in that regard, I hold you in high esteem, very high esteem. And as far as I'm concerned, you are a king. You are His Majesty.
I'm also a Joseph and a Maxwin too.
Right, exactly. King Innocent, His Majesty, His Royal. As a matter of fact, His Royal Highness.
Wow.
King, I give you that. But also, I just wanted to end by saying, yesterday I made a comment about the walking out of the Parliament, and I said, what I said, I have no apologies for saying it in terms of when people behave in this kind of a manner, in terms of throwing table and all kind of a thing, it is wrong. That is what I said. I never said anything about people listening on mic. So I don't want people to twist it and downplay the importance or the significance of what I say. I didn't say about people listening to it on mic. All I said, I was talking about actions and the actions of parliamentarians. Whether it's the NNP or NDC, you have no right to walk out of parliament because that is what you're entrusted to. I'm paying you to do. You have to stay and stick it out. So if other people in other areas, parts of the world, want to throw stone and fight in parliament, it is wrong. And that is what I'm saying. And so don't give it no twist and turn and say about how you mean, and I didn't listen properly, and I mean about what listening on some mic. I'm not talking about what people say on listen on mic. I'm talking about the actions. So don't try to make me look like a fool. So good morning, my king. I wish you all the best, and you are definitely the king, the monarch, His Majesty, or whatever it is.
Nice.
And I think people must need to get it back straight, and don't try and downplay what I say or try to twist it or turn it in a different angle. The fact is that whether you're NNP or NDC, you have to stick in Parliament because that is what I'm paying you to do. Because I really wanted to hear what was going on in terms of they're scrutinizing the bill for the supplementary
budget.
Yeah, I really wanted to listen to that, but they walk out. They walk out and they have no right to do that. So that is what I'm saying, because I am paying you. I've entrusted you to manage and to run the affairs of the country, and the Parliament is the highest office where decisions are made, and what decisions are made in Parliament affects individuals. It affects the country. So you have all the right to stay there. So I don't want nobody twisting it and turning it and saying what I did not say about Mike and all kind of things.
Okay.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good one. All right. This is going to be our final call via our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning.
Hi, welcome to the program.
Okay, thank you. I just want to hit on a serious note or issue that we have not only in Grenada, all over the world, but a lot of us taking it for granted. You know, we all live in a society where, especially in this part of the hemisphere, we are limited. So we have to preserve whatever resources we have. There is a serious issue that a lot of us don't even look into, and it comes to blood. You know, in a sense, I mean, it's sad that I have now been exposed to a situation where the general public probably have not taken into consideration the blood bank in Grenada. You know, if a lot of us probably don't give blood because for various reasons, but just take into consideration, blood is what is needed to save lives.
Yeah, blood is life.
And blood is life. And it could be your child, your mother, your sister, probably even you yourself, meeting an accident. And you go to the general hospital and they need blood. And if they don't have blood to try to sustain you,
you die.
What happens? You will die. So I've been put in a situation, you know, there's a lot of different blood types in Grenada. And there is certain blood types that is so essential to the saving the lives of the individual. So I believe, seriously speaking, we should look into the consideration when we go to the blood bank and you give blood to save a life. You understand? And I have done that this week, last week gone. And I tell you what, I felt proud about it, and I know is going to give blood until God take me away. But
it's a very noble gesture.
It 3 months before you can give, every time you give, and I'm going to make it until God take me away. I will give blood to the blood bank every 3 months. I'm O positive, so I can give anybody blood. Not anybody can give me blood, but at the same time, I'm calling on all Grenadians who has the capacity and who feel comfortable. Please go and give blood to the blood bank. It may save your own child, your mother, your sister, or even you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, caller. Thank you very much. And I am very happy. This is a good note on which to end the program this morning. People get paid $100 to give blood in New Jersey. Good morning, Nutmeg Quinn. Hope you're doing fine. Right. This is the program. Before I sign off, there's a comment on WhatsApp that I want to read. It says, "Good morning, Brother Innocent. Please inform the relevant authorities to look at the road in Paraclet. First, by Paraclet River Bridge. It's a cause for concern. If there's a fire, the truck will have problems. Then the Bedo Bridge is gone. Then just a little higher up, there is a dangerous curve. We beg the authorities to do something about it before we leave to regret." I blessed it to you. Yeah, I blessed it to you too, my dear. All right. Okay, someone says, Jean Augustine was a teacher in Grenada and went to Toronto and first worked as a maid. The people she worked for felt her overqualified and sent her to study. From there, she rose to a long list of accomplishments. However, she gets scant recognition from Grenada. She comes to Grenada a few times a year and also brings guests. She should be recognized for the 50th. I couldn't agree with you more. All right, there is a little way on the lake shore named after Jane Augustine, the Jane Augustine Way. Really? Okay. All right, folks, this is it for this morning. This is a program and an extended version. And thank you for being a part of it. And if the good Lord spare our lives, we'll do it again tomorrow. Same time, same place, same frequencies and channels. I love you. Bye-bye.